Good morning and Merry Christmas, guys. It's Christmas morning. I hope you guys are having a good Christmas day, and I hope everyone had a good holiday. Got some presents for the car this year. I'm going to show you guys, but first, the bash bar is finished, and I'm going to cut some clips from painting the bash bar and getting that ready after we picked it up from Jim's shop. So I'm going to cut to those clips now. The 3000 is finally back, and I'm going to show you guys what we got done, and it involves purple spray paint. So check this out. The purple vinyl that I had been using on the bottom of the car, it is a pretty close, it's like identical, literally identical match between this spray paint and the vinyl color. So it should look pretty good once I paint this part. So I'm gonna show you guys what we got made. All right, so we finally have a bash bar. Check this out. It bolts to the factory crash beam points, but the factory crash bar was pretty low. So my buddy Jim made this. What he did is he had it come up to a higher point. This is actually where the bumper, it like comes in and then bumps out. This whole bar sits right in there, wraps around the corner of the car, whereas the factory one kind of stopped right about here. And then there is a jack point right in the middle on an angle, so that with the bumper on, I can jack the car up right from the middle there. I'm pretty hyped on how this turned out. So it's rainy and wet here today. I'm in the middle pulling it off, and we're gonna get some paint on it to protect it from rust. All right, guys, we got it up with some jack stands. We're gonna start this off by hitting it with some sandpaper. So from sitting out last night, there's a little bit of rust on the welds. Just want to get rid of that, and then just scuff it all up so that the paint sticks. All right, so we're gonna lay some primer down. I'm just heating the can up. It's like 55 degrees out today, but the garage was still kind of cold from the past couple days, so everything's a little chilly. So I'm just heating the paint up so that it sprays better. Won't run into any spray issues. All I have is this red primer, but it's for bare metal, so it'll do the trick. Which I would say this isn't an advisable way of spray painting, but it's working for now. All right, so we got some primer laid. It's drying. It's flat red. It's the only color primer I had, because when I went to the store earlier, I forgot to grab some. So this is gonna have to do, but this bash bar is gonna look awesome once it's in color. The paint I'm gonna be using for this is the Duplicolor Metal Cast anodized coating. It's just an anodized look spray paint. So you basically lay down this base coat, and I love this base coat because it lays good on like anything. And it's just a very metallic silver. And after that, you lay down the color coat, and in my case, it's a purple, and it's like a translucent paint. So it uses the metallic from the silver to get that very metallic purple look. I've used that in the past. My engine bay was actually that color way back. And I might actually go back to that color. We'll see. All right, bar is covered in primer. Now we're gonna hit it with some base. Alright, so I stood it up on its front side so that I could spray the back side with the silver, and I figure I would hit it with purple, let that completely dry, and then flip it back how I had it before, so that I could then spray the front side with purple. I sprayed what I could based off of what I could see, so I'm just going to basically let this sit and dry for like 15-20 minutes, and then flip it and finish the front side, and then we'll let it dry. Alright, so I wasn't going to just record me painting over and over again, because you kind of get the idea after one full coat. So I put it back up how it was sitting before, and this is about 4 coats of paint of the purple top coat. So as you can see, it's like a super metallic purple. and it lays so nicely. I love the way this purple looks, and it's seeing it again after so long, it's kind of making me want to go back to this purple in my engine bay. So no spoilers there, but the motor would have to come out to do that properly, so we'll see. All right, so it's super dark, so we are resorting to the flash, but the bash bar is painted, came out looking great, and I'm securing it back on now. All right, just stopped by the car wash. The car has a ton of dust on it and stuff from the shop, so I'm just gonna wipe it down. Here's a better look at the purple. Some slightly better lighting. I think it looks pretty sick. It's so metallic-y. Alright guys, so the method that I used to do this is probably pretty grainy because it's kind of really dark in here, but I'm used to using the brush and scratching my paint, but with the vinyl, gotta be careful now. So what I did is I used a foam, like foam, triple foam they call it. I cover the whole car in the foam, and I let it kind of take the dirt off the car for me. And then afterwards, I just sprayed it with water, rinse the car with the high pressure soap, then use the spot free rinse, and then I used some spray detailer and sprayed that down on the car after I rinsed it, and it helped to get a lot of the water just to bead off the car on its own, and it is all clean and looks good. So I'm gonna take it home. The roads are still a little damp, but I'm gonna take it home, and then tomorrow I'll put it back inside. I'll show you guys the bash bar finally in the light. I'll include this, it'll all be in the video in a little bit, but I'll show you guys the bash bar during the day because it's not gonna be crappy and rainy all day tomorrow. So after you see the bash bar all painted up, I'm gonna go down to the car and show you guys, but first I'm also gonna bring something that we're gonna slip on the car and see how it'll fit. This something would be my Christmas present from Steph. It is a white Rocket Bunny style. It's actually a replica of the Crux, C-R-U-X lip for the GTO MRs in Japan. So it slips on to the wing, and it has a big duckbill section. So let's go down to the car and slip it on and see how well it looks. It's also super windy out right now, so bear with me with the wind noise. Really nothing we can do about it there. All right, so first off, I'm gonna show you guys the bash bar. All in purple. It came out amazing. And this is actually my first time seeing it in the sunlight, and it looks pretty awesome. I'm super happy with how this came out. Jim did a killer job. It contrasts really well with the car. So now I'm gonna slide the wing extension on. It basically just slides on. Snug, and it has these spots to rivet it in. I don't know if I'm going to rivet it in yet or if I'm just going to use double-sided tape, but it slides on pretty tightly. May do some rivets just to cover that up, but I will be wrapping that gray. And as you can see, the wing right now is currently in the up position, so I'm going to hot wire the active aero wing to flatten out the wing so that the duckbill isn't facing straight up in the air. So this wing's actually made not for the AA wing, it's actually made for an MR wing, so that's why you get a little bit of a gap there, but I think if we push it up tight and throw a rivet in here, we shouldn't have any issue with it fitting. It's so incredibly cold out today, just because it's so windy. But bash bar is complete, and then this guy will be going on soon. We're gonna be wrapping that. We also have the rear bumper here that needs to get wrapped, so we still got some wrapping to do. But like I said in the last video, Philly Auto Show's coming up, so we got some stuff to do. I did throw the clip back in on the passenger side brake caliper. That clunking noise is gone. So we got some stuff to do for the Philly Auto Show, and we're gonna start banging that out this week. If we can get some warm weather, we'll bring the car back inside and we'll knock it all out. So another Christmas present that I got this year was this awesome new outro that my sister made. So I'm gonna start using that in 2018 as my outro video. So hope you guys enjoyed this quick one today. Hope you guys have a great holiday, and like, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.